Live from ABC 7, this is Eyewitness News at 3.
Most kids are back in school right now, but how are your children fitting in? Some parents worry their kids are followers and may not be getting the most out of school. Some expert advice when we come back. It is back to school time, and with it comes parental concern about how our kids are fitting in class and whether they're making friends and taking part in the classroom activities and discussions, or they're just trying to hide in the back of the class.
I know, it's sad. Joining us right now to offer some solutions, discuss this is Bettina Bush. She's editor-at-large at Working Mom magazine. Nice to see you, Bettina. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, how do we know firsthand how our kids are interacting? How do we get the feedback?
You know, we all wish that we could kind of be a fly on the wall in the classroom and see what's happening. What you really want to do is keep the dialogue open with your kids, have conversations with them, maybe guide the conversation a bit. So, you know, who are you hanging out with? Are you having fun with your friends? Are you doing the things that you want to do? Because what you're looking for is those traits where they're not necessarily making decisions, they're deferring them to other people. They're going along with what other people are saying and doing rather than choosing the things that you know they enjoy the most. And they're not sticking to their guns when they're making decisions. They kind of vacillate because they're real afraid of being wrong. So it's really a decision-making trait. It's one of those situations where you want to make sure they have confidence in making decisions and sticking to them.
Yeah. And how can parents play a role in helping their children make good decisions and maybe helping them lead when they're in the classroom or in recess environments?
Well, it really is a skill, decision making, and it's something that you can build confidence in. And as you build that confidence, then you start to see those traits come out where they're following their own path more, they're forging their own way more. So you want to start out when they're real young. You know, if you've got a 4, 5, 6-year-old like I do at home, what you want to do is let them start to make the small choices. You want to do things like, well, which pajamas do you want to wear tonight? You want to wear Star Wars or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? You know, let them pick and let them decide for themselves what they want to do rather than making it a big decision where you've got the whole wardrobe open to them. Just limit it to small choices so that they can see, oh, I made a choice and it was a good one. And they can feel good about themselves. Those little building blocks of confidence are very important.
A little late for me. My kids are older in college, but she has little kids. And I wonder, if there are some signs that you can look for to see if maybe they're not happy or they're not actually communicating with mom and dad?
Of course, yeah. When you have to pry information out of them, that's a tough one. What you want to do is make sure you're spending time with them when they're doing their activities, like they do things like playing soccer or they're in dance, and observe where they're falling in that group of kids. You know, what are they doing? Are they the one that's, you know, at the front of the line at the vending machine, or are they just kind of waiting back and seeing, you know, what choice did everybody else make before I choose what I'm going to have? You want to observe them as much as possible and then start to ask those leading questions and find out what's really going on and help them build up that confidence that they need.
Well, I think I just posted yesterday. My son started kindergarten yesterday, so the last couple mornings I get to see him. You could see kids who are shyer and kids who are more outgoing, but is it such a bad thing for a child to be a follower?
I don't like to label anything as bad or good. We need all the different personalities that make up our society. They all have value and they're all important. What you do want to do is make sure that you give your child the confidence to go against what other people are doing, because sometimes you get in these peer pressure situations when they get a little older where the choices that the crowd is making is not necessarily the choice you want them to be making that's in line with the values in your household. So one of the key things is that you continue to reinforce what we accept in this family is important. What are the values in this family? What kind of code do we live by? So that they feel confident that you're behind them when they're on that playground and you're not physically behind them, that they can stand behind that choice and they can feel like it's okay for me to assert myself and say, you know what, that's not the way we do things. I'm not doing it that way.
Right. So nice to have you here, Bettina Bush, editor-at-large at Working Mom magazine, and glad to see that you're actually a mom.
Absolutely.
That'd be a tough job to do.
Yes, it would.
Thank you very much.